Hello, everyone, and welcome to my review of what should be um, my neighbor, which I just got last Friday, a week ago, and I just watched it at, probably for like the third time this time, no, because it's so damn worth it. I didn't get to see this movie in theaters. I didn't, but I'm happy and I'm privileged enough to see that I got this movie and I got it on DVD. And in this movie, what it essentially does, it covers the essential lifetime, I won't say the lifetime story of Mr. Rogers, but captures his time on air on TV and his early life, essentially, and captures the mystery and love and wonder that he had through the show of Mr. Rogers, that he had and how it influenced people throughout the 70s and 80s and 90s, and it just lasted for so long, and the impact that he had. And one of the biggest, if not the biggest strength of this movie, in my opinion, yes, I'm wearing this sweater shirt, just like he would at times, is that it never overly praises him, and yet it never downplays him. And this is not only strength that not only is this a strength that you should do in a film, this isn't really a film, it's a documentary, but also canon is one, because it's one of my personal favorites of the year. This movie is beautiful, it is glorious, and it is wonderful. And again, I'm going back to what I was saying, is that what any good biofilm should do, like biography film or documentary, whatever it should do, the number one thing you have to do is not only understand the character, but you have to address every angle of the character. You can't overpraise him, nor can you downplay him. You have to capture every side of it. Mr. Rogers was certainly a man without controversy. He was willing to talk about the Robert Kennedy assassination or mixed race or anything like that during the times of the 60s and 70s, especially a very prejudiced time like that. It's just still scary to believe that even my parents grew up in that era. I'm just glad they turned out great. And so did Mr. Rogers. And what this movie does so gloriously well is that it captures such a beautiful love and fondness from this movie. It captures their friends and family, from his wife, who's surprisingly still alive, to his sons, to his friends on the show, and it just shows a mutual love, respect, and connection you had with Mr. Rogers. And I remember I did as a kid. I remember sitting down as a kid at my grandparents' house on my mom's side of the family, or dad's side of the family. Me and my sister would sit down and just watch him and be so moved and have such a beautiful love and presence with him. And he would just, there's such a sweetness to the way he talks. It feels just nice and graspable and kind enough. Yet he never felt like he was downplaying or talking down. He felt very authentic and real and genuine. 1 second. And he just came across so real and genuine. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who would say this who watches this film, is that two things. Number one, we need someone like Mr. Rogers more than ever. And the second thing is, this movie made me tear up twice. And watching it again last night made me cry. It was such a power. It's the moment when, it's leading up towards, his health was kind of lowering, and then as a guest, he did pass away in 2003, and it just shows the cataclysmic event of how important and genuine he was, and how he fought for the right for his show to continue on PBS. He had to argue to freaking Congress, and give a very moving, genuine speech of why his show meant so much. Not just to anyone, but the kids. And he argued why kids were so much more important than we are, because they are the people who will shape the future ahead. And if we feed them the wrong material, they will become just as far as we were. But we shouldn't dream like that. we should treat them with the utmost respect and dignity that they deserve. Because just because they're kids doesn't mean, like, sure, they don't have the wisdom or experience as we do, but he was so genuine for capturing the ability of him acknowledging that they're going to inherit an earth that we created, for better or for worse. And he's like, he knew that, and he capitalized on the fact that kids are more important to realize. And he just had such a beautiful softness to him. I'm just getting emotional myself talking about my relationship with Mr. Rogers. Like, I loved this show growing up. Even though it was kind of past my time. It's really just such a beautiful documentary. I would highly implore you all to go to your local Blu-ray, go to your Best Buys, your Walmarts, anything you can to get anyway. Watch this movie. I'm sure you can probably watch it online, because it's totally worth the $20+ that this was worth, because I loved it. It's one of, if not my favorite film of the year. It's moving, it's beautiful, it's touching, it's everything I wanted from a documentary film. And it doesn't cut any BS throughout it. It's so authentic and genuine. And one of the things I was surprised by learning is that he grew up in a church, and he was trying to become like an ordained minister. And he's like, no, I want to entertain kids. And I wish more people of faith, regardless of what I believe or you believe, but his quote was, love thyself and love thy neighbor. And I'm like, if only people today thought like that, instead of being so bloody judgmental and looking down and fronting upon different perspectives. And he loved you just as much as he loves himself. And to have such a genuine heart, and a man who is beyond time. Like, he is a hero, not just to me, but to you, I guess. Maybe even if you haven't seen the show, go watch it. I implore you to watch it. It's a fucking miracle. I love it. And it's absolutely one of, if not my favorite film of the year. It is worth every penny it's worth. Watch this movie if you can. I don't want to overly praise it, but it's worth every word I'm saying right now. It's such a fucking good movie. And just, yeah. I don't, like, and he talks about the race relations and all that. He's beyond his time, and we all deserve to be like Mr. Rogers. I wish I could be like him, and I think we would all be blessed to have Mr. Rogers as our own neighbor, because he was the ultimate neighbor. He really was. And he died being a hero for all of us. So yeah, I'm also not going to give it a rating because it surpasses it. This is my favorite movie I've reviewed since probably The Hobbit, Desolation and Smog. It really is. I adore this film. Yeah, watch it any way you can. It's my favorite of the year. I thank you for watching. As always, it gets 100%. It deserves my highest praise. I love it. It's so good. It genuinely did move me to tears. Yeah, I totally recommend it. Please watch it any way you can. And again, as always, everyone, thank you very much for watching. And check out my homecoming review for Peter Rabbit. Because, unlike Mr. Rogers, I won't be happy. And, just to end this on a good review, on a good note, is that, well, as I said, we all deserve to have a neighbor like Mr. Rogers. So, yeah, he really was the ultimate. Thank you, Mr. Rogers, for giving us a beautiful documentary of your life. You will forever be missed. Thank you.